Listen carefully, my dearest child. This message was not sent to you by mistake. Time was temporarily suspended in order to transport you to this location. The Lord's voice is currently reaching you as heaven leans in, for the message you are about to receive is a once-in-a-lifetime promise. Your performance is excellent. Your youth is returning according to God. This restoration is not a sign. It is spiritual, emotional, and can even be witnessed. The fatigue clock is regressing. You are now carrying less weight than in the past. Furthermore, accessing this document at this time suggests that divine timing has already chosen you. The years aren't always the deciding factor. Things can sometimes get in the way of their progress. My child, you engaged in battles that were never meant to last this long. The inability to sleep, the experience of crying alone, and the weight of responsibilities that sap one's energy. These experiences had a deeper impact on your soul than time could ever have. However, it is critical to consider this. God is conveying to them that He is not only healing them, but also transforming them. Your eyes will become more luminous rather than fatigued. Soon, strength will replace weight in your body. You will feel a sense of youth as your spirit is rejuvenated at its core. Archangel Michael appears this season as a guardian responsible for your personal development, rather than a distant warrior. He has been involved in battles that you have not witnessed, managing recurring patterns of fatigue, tardiness, and self-doubt. Occasionally, you felt older than your actual age, fatigued and exhausted without justification. That was not indicative of weakness. The conflict was a war. We are currently engaged in an alternative conflict. Archangel Michael's sword is not raised against you. It was raised in your honor, eliminating the cause of your energy drain. According to the Bible, I'm reclaiming what stress has taken. Years of stress have diminished your happiness. Laughter gave way to responsibility. Survival supplanted life. Nevertheless, the Lord is restoring your youth. Not the fleeting kind that fades quickly, but the kind that stems from peace and lasts. It will manifest itself on your face. Numerous people will be astounded by your incredible energy. You will be asked what changed, and you will be able to determine that it was not a product, a routine, or simply a lucky break. It was divine healing. Please be cautious. This is crucial. The adversary tried to convince you that your most memorable experiences were behind you. His words were similar to, "Age is inevitable. Joy is a seasonal phenomenon, and strength continues to wane." However, God says, "The seasons do not bind me." He is the person who restores your strength, like that of an eagle. He is the person who resurrects the years that the locust destroyed. This message indicates that you are entering a period in which life will reintegrate into your life. Archangel Michael is prompting you to consider an important issue. Appearance is not the only determinant of youth. It refers to power. When your spirit is rejuvenated, your voice becomes stronger. When you're with me, I feel lighter. Your confidence has been restored without the appearance of arrogance. Individuals will feel secure once more in your presence. Children will be drawn to your happiness. Opportunities will notice your enthusiasm. This is not a display of arrogance. This is how you coordinate. God has stated that you are receiving this information at this time for a specific purpose. Your inner age has been accruing for a long time. For a while, it seemed as if hope, dreams, and laughter were being rejected. Nonetheless, Heaven has declared this. You will not carry your burden from yesterday into tomorrow. Currently, there is no gradual restoration underway. It moves at a faster pace. What you thought would take years has been completed in a matter of months. Please do not dismiss this as a figment of your imagination. Don't try to rationalize it. God initially causes people to regain their youth in a discreet manner. Peace returns, sleep deepens, and stress begins to ease. As a result, you notice that your reflection exhibits an altered sensation. Your posture changes. You find it easier to smile. This is how divine renewal is recognized. This word is protected by the seal of Archangel Michael. The stress that attempted to emerge will be unable to do so. The voices that drained you will no longer be audible to you. God is teaching you how to protect your energy without feeling any negative emotions. You are allowed to take a break. You're encouraged to smile. The Lord has given you joy, allowing you to experience youth once more. It is also your biggest asset. Pay close attention. This change will not be understandable to all people. The old you is acceptable to those who are used to seeing the tired, forgiving, and always available you. God says, I am restoring you for my glory, not their comfort. Your disposition is more buoyant, resulting in a youthful appearance. Because there is no fear, you will feel like a child again. Your newfound sense of purpose will allow you to live a longer life. This is just the beginning. What God is doing is far more extensive than we can see. It refers to destiny, calling, and longevity. You have not yet finished with heaven. There is still laughter to be shared, love to be felt, and work that needs your renewed energy. Please keep this in mind. Take a deep breath, because the upcoming events will reveal the mechanics of this restoration and the importance of its implementation. Allow yourself to fully embrace this truth right now, my chosen one. Your current situation is neither a coincidence nor an emotional high. This is a divine process that is occurring one step at a time. According to the world's perspective, God does not restore youth. He does not begin with the mirror. He begins with the areas of your soul that have been occupied by stress for an extended period of time, but are out of reach of time. This is the point where the transformation has begun. As time passed, you occasionally felt as if you were falling behind in life. As expectations grew and responsibilities piled up, you unknowingly delayed your happiness. You promised yourself that you would take a break later, be happier later, and live a longer life. Nonetheless, you continued to move forward. God observed this and told them, enough. The anticipation has ended. The valve that controls pressure is being opened. You're not behind schedule. You've arrived just in time for the restoration process. Archangel Michael's role is to guard the gate of your strength. His inclusion in this message is not an indication. He ensures that thieves cannot reclaim what God has restored. Because the truth is that not all of the factors that contributed to your aging were physical. Spiritual warfare was underway. You fought battles in the absence of light. You carried a heavy emotional burden on your own. You maintained your composure in front of others, but inside you were quietly unraveling. It is costly to be that strong. This is God's message. I will repay you with renewal. Please take note of this. The return of youth is the result of a renewed sense of hope. The body responds immediately when hope returns. Your breathing pattern changes. You get better sleep. Your thoughts become more peaceful. The world may not see it as a miracle, but heaven does. God's joy has resumed its flow like oil. Oil also alleviates the sensation of roughness. It promotes mobility. It relieves stress. This is why you'll notice an improvement in your mood. This is why you will not need to take any action to regain your energy. What is the reason for my sense of being older than I am? Some of you have been contemplating God. Today, God addresses you because you carried burdens that were not your own. You assumed the suffering of others. You were required to handle family stress. You weren't concerned about carrying expectations. However, God is currently lifting that burden. As soon as it is lifted, your posture changes. Your expression becomes more controlled. Your spirit begins to breathe once more. That demonstrates the restoration process in action. I'd like you to pause today and make your initial agreement with heaven. By typing Amen in the comments section, you are indicating your agreement that the burden is now lifted. Instead, it will eventually subside. Rather, I believe it will subside. In the present moment, however, you agree that the burden is being lifted. Your Amen isn't just a word. It is a spiritual key that will open the door to your liberation. The shift in your mood is palpable as you write it. In the same vein, Archangel Michael is cutting off unhealthy soul connections that cause fatigue. There were conversations that sapped your energy, places that depleted you, and relationships that exploited your resilience without reciprocating. God is not isolating you for this. He is taking this action to protect you. Youth cannot thrive in environments where energy is constantly lost. Your renewal includes safety. Pay close attention. This is crucial. God is not restoring your youth so you can continue to live in the past. He is reassembling it so that you will be able to face the future. Tasks require clarity, confidence, and strength. People may be moved just by your presence. You will not appear tired when they observe you. There will be tranquility. Their perspective will be on life, not aging. Take immediate action to express your agreement with this message, even if it only elicited a strong emotional response. If you enjoy this video, it demonstrates your willingness to accept what God is relinquishing. Please keep in mind that this term is intended for all people, not just you. Share it with someone who is feeling discouraged and neglected. Indicate in the comments section that your words have reignited your faith, which is the reason for the restoration. It is now critical to advance. The exact words must be entered in the comments. I am being rejuvenated from the inside out. This isn't a wish. If you believe in this, it will manifest in your life. When you write it, you are not simply offering commentary. You are placing a declaration seed in the soil of your spirit. Ensure that your delivery is precise. Have faith in the stuff you're creating. State a statement in heaven that is consistent with God's actions. Furthermore, if this channel has been useful to you, please consider subscribing to become a part of this growing community. This ensures that the message reaches those who need it most. God says, I am also instructing you on how to preserve the things I repair. Youth and strength remain in the presence of gratitude and peace, respectively. You will feel more confident in declining requests. You will refrain from providing excessive amounts of information. There is no reason to express regret. You'll decide to take a break. These changes are substantial. They are indicators of maturity while still young. Heaven values this equilibrium. Archangel Michael warns that the adversary will attempt to instill doubt in your mind. You will say that nothing has changed. However, Restoration frequently begins in the background before it appears to be complete. Seeds begin to sprout beneath the surface. Don't judge this moment based on the events of the day. Investigate the changes that occur within you. You will feel a renewed sense of enthusiasm for life. You will gain an increased level of interest. You will naturally laugh once more. You're also improving your memory. Some of you have aged emotionally as a result of buried disappointments, unresolved losses, and unspoken words. Those places are currently under the influence of God. Not to exacerbate, but to bring the situation to a close. Closure restores your youth. The practice of peace restores one's energy. When forgiveness is exercised, the soul feels relieved. Please, bear with me while I provide more information about this message. The following section will explain why this restoration is happening so quickly and what you should avoid doing during this critical period. Please wait a moment. C. This section will be of interest to you because it functions as a cohesive unit. My beloved, the area you're about to enter is sacred. This is not simply the next stage of the restoration process. That is the rationale. God cannot create an individual without a purpose. He avoids traveling back in time for entertainment purposes. He restores youth when there is unfinished business, unreleased glory, or fruit that has waited patiently to be released. This is why the change appears abrupt. Heaven was obligated to wait for the appropriate moment. The door is currently open. A large number of people are unable to understand a specific concept. Youth and vision are inextricably connected. When you lose vision, your soul ages rapidly. When hope is postponed, the heart becomes fatigued, and fatigue spreads throughout the body. God intended to target your objectives rather than your future. The enemy tried to persuade you that dreaming was foolish, striving for more was foolish, and that your time had passed. Today, however, God has declared that your vision is once more alive. When vision is restored, vitality returns as well. Archangel Michael is currently monitoring your thoughts. You were attempting to age faster than you should have due to old cognitive patterns like compulsive overthinking, self-blame, and constant comparisons to others. These items reduce the enjoyment of life. They strip the soul of its color. However, heaven is altering the way you communicate with yourself. Your thoughts will appear to become more positive, clearer, and peaceful. This tranquility is a strong indication that the core of youth is resurfacing. Some of you are experiencing temporary relief from physical fatigue with no discernible cause. Some people feel an emotional lightness, as if a burden has been lifted from their shoulders during prayer or sleep. This isn't a fabrication. God is alleviating the fatigue that has built up in your body. Your body stores stress for an extended period of time. However, the Lord is now providing you with a new perspective. He continues, I am providing you with a level of relaxation that sleep alone cannot provide. This restoration is also linked to identity. You lost sight of your own identity as you tried to be everything for everyone else. You became more dependable, your strength grew, and freedom was no longer an option. Your freedom is being restored by God. Being able to appreciate the small things. Able to laugh without feeling guilty. The capacity to relive one's life. The enemy is concerned about this freedom because a satisfied soul is difficult to control. Archangel Michael wishes for you to remember that your conflicts have been resolved. What made you feel depleted? It cannot be accessed again unless the door is opened. 18. God is facilitating your ability to see things more clearly. When something goes wrong, you'll notice it right away. You will no longer make connections that are too expensive. This information ensures the security of your renewal. Now pay close attention. Restoration does not mean that life will never be difficult again. It indicates that you will no longer be unable to sleep at night due to problems. You will have a quicker recovery. You will have a quicker recovery. You will no longer feel as depressed as you did before. Being robust in that manner indicates a renewed sense of youth. It is the term used in heaven to describe the balance of strength and tranquility. God is also sending out an attraction via your light. People will be drawn to your energy regardless of how hard you work. It is simply the way you radiate. Pride is not the cause of this radiance. It is consistent. When your soul is in tune with God's rhythm, your entire being becomes harmonious. Some people may be curious about the incident's cause. Individuals will be motivated simply by your presence. This is a ministry that functions without the use of language. He asserts, "I am rejuvenating your youth because I have faith in your ability to exert influence." To reiterate, influence does not always manifest as platforms or crowds. At times, it is as simple as a single conversation, presence, or life that changes. People who are tired of life will admire your renewed vitality. They will see how God continues to heal, renew, and restore through you. Furthermore, this moment carries a responsibility. Avoid haste. Refrain from making comparisons. Avoid environments that encourage burnout. Maintain peace to the best of your ability. It is truly wonderful to witness God's work. Accept it as is. It is not the right time to demonstrate one's abilities. It's time to receive. Archangel Michael is using the power of God to secure this phase. He claims that the cycle of emotional aging has been disrupted. It will not happen again. You will not revert to survival mode. You're getting closer to achieving long-term happiness. Act with faith as this word penetrates your heart. However, you are now ready. You will not become intoxicated or depleted by attention or opportunities. You will conduct yourself in a straightforward and modest way. This balance ensures that you maintain stability as your velocity increases. Please stop immediately and respond with faith. If this message speaks to you, please indicate in the comments section that you would like to receive restored years. Your life will experience divine acceleration and redeemed time as a result of the recent transmission of the blessing code 1163. Additionally, pay close attention, as God's actions in this location serve as an invitation at this time. This message is being delivered to you as a result of someone's involvement in God's work. I hear the Lord saying, as this awakening deepens within you, be aware that your assistance with this mission is not a joke. This is a divine omen. By doing so, you become a part of Jesus' plan to rescue spirits that are still in hiding. Each seed evolves into a source of light, combating the existence of darkness. Jesus claims that by giving water to others, you will receive it yourself. This isn't historical. It is an ongoing commitment to your future. Approach this situation with a strategy and faith. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already built for your life. God is now speaking with caution as speed builds up around you, my dear, because speed without wisdom can quietly cause you to become fatigued once more. Many people fail in this endeavor not because they lack belief, but because they have lost rhythm. The next phase is to figure out how to continue without becoming exhausted, as God instructs. When God speeds up the process, the sensation is not the same as being under pressure from the world. There's acceleration, pressure, and flow. Pressure necessitates speed. Alignment is accomplished through acceleration. When something is truly from God, it does not rob you of your tranquility, even if it requires you to exert yourself. The path is lit by peace. If you lose your tranquility, please pause. Disobedience does not result from that pause. It assists you in determining the best course of action. This season, Archangel Michael is close by because both momentum and spiritual resistance are attracting attention. Instead of interrupting you, I want to divert your attention. Distraction often appears to be a beneficial proposition. There are too many options, invitations, and promising ideas at once. According to God, it is not permissible to engage in every possible activity. Timing ensures that strength is maintained. You are developing the ability to move intentionally rather than by accident. In the past, people were motivated by fear. They are concerned about being left behind, forgotten, or missing out. Intention is currently the result of trust. Be confident that the necessary items will be delivered. Believe that you do not need to seek out what God has already provided for you. This trust is what keeps you young and energetic. In addition, you are getting closer to reaching a state of relaxation than you have ever been. Resting is no longer an effective way to recover after a fall. It contributes to long-term growth. You will take a break before becoming fatigued. You will stop before you get too tired. This kind of wisdom is rare and sacred. What a transformation! This shows God that you believe in His ability to work, even when you take a break. Archangel Michael is also assisting you in recognizing subtle warning signs. Losing interest in previously enjoyable activities, feeling stress in your body, and experiencing irritability without reason. This isn't a failure. They are significant. Responding quickly keeps you from becoming more fatigued. Ignoring them leads to the repetition of old patterns. You now have the necessary resources to make an informed decision. This is also how God is transforming your perspective on productivity. Historically, productivity and output were synonymous. It currently entails the birth of many children. Fruitfulness includes rest, joy, connection, and tranquility. You will no longer base your value on the number of tasks you complete each day. The extent to which you maintain alignment will determine the outcome. Alignment maintains one's luminosity. Being lightweight makes it easier to maintain a youthful appearance. There may be times when you want to show how much you've improved in order to prove that you've undergone a transformation. Please avoid acting on that impulse. Your actions will be more convincing than your words. Continue to speak out and remain consistent. Your evidence should be peace. You do not need to inform others about God's actions. It is critical that you provide security for Him. Archangel Michael is protecting you from comparison during this fast-paced season. When movement begins, comparison attempts to reintegrate itself. Other people may be moving more quickly or differently. Remember this. Going fast does not guarantee success. It's called sustainability. You're not racing anyone else, God. You'll have a prosperous future because He guides you there. You are also learning that it is acceptable to say no. Saying no can be just as important as saying yes. Now, each yes you say carries weight. Do not overcommit. God values focused obedience over scattered enthusiasm. As you realize you are no longer battling time, a sense of calm happiness will set in. It's your partner. The days will not feel heavier, but fuller. It will be quieter at night. Or mornings will be easier to get through. These things demonstrate that your pace is on track with heaven. God is also teaching you to enjoy your progress instead of rushing to finish. You used to avoid parties because you were always worried about the next thing that would happen. You're going to stop and thank God for how far you've come. Being thankful promotes personal growth. It prevents you from striving. It reminds your spirit that you are safe. Archangel Michael is ready to overextend himself again. Before you go too far, you'll feel a gentle check inside. Please be cautious. That mental check isn't fear. It ensures your safety. It becomes stronger the more you honor it. That isn't what this season is about. It has to do with staying steady. The intensity fades quickly. Being consistent creates a legacy. God is more concerned with how long you can walk in happiness than how quickly you complete your work. Youth is kept alive through rhythm, not speed. Something significant begins to occur as you settle into this steady pace. In the best-case scenario, your life will become predictable. It maintains peace, stability, and joy. That kind of stability is both appealing and blessed. The next section will go even further, as God will discuss how being young again affects your relationships, choices, and long-term goals. This is where things begin to come together. Maintain an open door. You're not just moving forward. You're making wise decisions. This is why subscriptions are more important than you realize. You are not simply following a page when you subscribe to this channel. You're preparing yourself for a steady flow of prophetic information. You're telling God, I want to stay in line. I want to stay in touch with the voice that breathes life into me. Subscribing is a spiritual way to establish yourself. It makes you feel as if you're locked into God's plan for your life. That way, you will not miss the next word, activation, or breakthrough that God has in store for you. If you have not already done so, click the subscribe button right now. It should be your statement that you will remain under the spout where the glory is revealed. Make a promise to stay in divine alignment. As your life settles into its new rhythm, my beloved, God wants you to consider the future He has made possible through your renewed youth. This is about more than just how you feel now. It's also about what you plan to do tomorrow. God's restoration of youth improves vision. It makes everything clear. You have the courage to make a different decision after reading it. And the decisions you make today will quietly shape the rest of your life. There will be changes in how you make decisions. Previously, people made decisions under stress, fear, or a sense of need. You quickly decided to end the pain. There is now a space between the question and the answer, however. There were peace talks there. He says, I'm teaching you to make decisions from clarity, not exhaustion. This alone will save you years of unnecessary trouble. When it comes time to make a decision, Archangel Michael is there for you. He will assist you in determining what fits your new life and what fits the old you. That decision that used to excite you will now leave you feeling heavy. Some previously scary paths will now make you feel safe. This doesn't contradict itself. It's expanding. It's not that you're unable to make a decision. You're becoming more exact. You are also changing your perspective on relationships in the future because you feel younger. You are no longer drawn to intensity over stability. Chaos does not feel like passion anymore. You'll want to be honest, consistent, and emotionally safe. He says, I'm refining your desires so they don't cost you your peace. This level of refinement represents safety. It prevents you from repeating fatigue-inducing cycles. You are gaining confidence and don't need to be reassured all the time. You're no longer looking everywhere for signs. You are no longer questioning every decision you make. Being this confident in yourself is not arrogance. It's reassuring. Believe that God is guiding you even when things are unclear. This will give you peace of mind. While you are in this stage, Archangel Michael is keeping an eye out for anger. When you are young again, you become excited. You may want to move faster and see results sooner. But God says to walk with both excitement and calm. If you rush now, you may experience stress later. You're learning that slow obedience leads to long-lasting peace. You might also reconsider making long-term commitments. Plans for jobs, living arrangements, daily routines, and even dreams may be carefully reviewed. This isn't a mess. It is consistent. God is ensuring that the things you build in the future can sustain the joy He has restored. It does not help to become stronger if the foundation removes it again. Sometimes old voices will try to tell you what to do. The sound of fear. The voices of people who knew you during your periods of fatigue. Individuals who advise caution when God intends to be faithful. This is why being intelligent is so important. All warnings are not necessarily good advice. Certain alerts are just fears disguised as concerns. Regardless of the challenges that may arise, God's guidance always brings peace. I implore you to consider this matter with me for a moment. Assist in spreading this message to others who are facing the same dilemma as you. It will bless them while also preserving their spirit. You can show your support for God's actions by liking the video. Inform someone who is in the process of rebuilding their life after a period of exhaustion. Please leave a comment indicating that you are making decisions based on peaceful principles. Additionally, if you have not already done so, we encourage you to subscribe to this channel and join the growing community. This correspondence is meant to accompany you rather than to serve as an interruption. Furthermore, God is teaching you how to make plans without anxiety. You were once hesitant to plan because you were unaware of your own strength. Making plans now instills optimism because you believe in your abilities. When you are young, you have a positive outlook on the future. You're no longer concerned about the future. You approach it with optimism. Archangel Michael reminds you that discernment does not require perfection. It is understandable that you will not always make the right decision. It is critical that you maintain self-confidence throughout the process. You will have no remorse for making changes. You will solve problems without retaliating against yourself. Self-compassion is essential for maintaining a sense of self. There is currently a more comprehensive understanding developing. Not only do you make plans, but you also live your life. A life that cannot be lived without peace. Where happiness is secure. A place where people can take a break. This vision will help you make better decisions than any other advice. God has inscribed this dream in your heart. There are also changes to your time management strategies. Time is no longer a resource wasted in order to hide one's true emotions. It is something you cherish because it is a source of life. Simply acknowledging this will keep you youthful for years to come. Please remain with me as this unfolds. The following section is emotionally charged and deeply personal. God will discuss the idea of leaving a legacy. Your rejuvenated youth's purpose is to serve others, and how this season is associated with a much larger event than the present. Please wait a moment. You won't want to miss the next maneuver, which will bring everything together. God is now gently redirecting your focus away from the present and toward legacy, my dear. Heaven sees legacy differently than the world does. This rekindled youth is not solely for your own good, peace, or comfort. It also applies to items that will last longer than one season. He says, I am renewing you because there is something that must endure through you. Your main goal for a long time was to stay alive. It is critical to avoid thinking about the future in order to live a full life. You don't make decisions that change the future. You must complete them in order to survive the day. However, the survival mode has ended. Vision is now restored. Vision generates its own set of inquiries. Instead, how do I manage? However, what am I constructing? This change alone marks the beginning of a new chapter. Archangel Michael is present as God considers the impact. Impact isn't always audible or visible. In some cases, it is appropriate to remain silent. When you are under a lot of stress, it can affect how you present yourself, listen to others, and behave. Individuals will remember the emotions they felt while spending time with you long after your words have been forgotten. Your newfound peace of mind will last for a while. Your perception of influence is also improving as a result of God. You previously believed that in order to be influential, you needed to be present, contribute, and produce on a consistent basis. It conveys the impression that you are older. However, God asserts that genuine influence stems from completeness. People are fed when they are full, not depleted. This is a legacy that will last for generations. This renewal that is taking place at this time wields significant power. You were not prepared to face the impending challenges without sacrificing your identity, so God did not heal you sooner. Currently, you are. All of these factors prepare you to build without burning out, your boundaries, rhythm, and healed discernment. Legacy's inherent fatigue has been rendered obsolete. The peaceful structure has stood the test of time. Archangel Michael also protects your heart from the stress of having to deal with all important matters right away. Legacy accumulates over time. You do not need the entire picture at this time. Over time, the accumulation of small, consistent steps becomes significant. In God's words, do not belittle consistency. What appears to be ordinary today may be the determining factor tomorrow. You may feel a new urge to live according to your own desires. What you say, how you behave, how you look after your body, and how you spend your time. These impulses do not arise spontaneously. These are the resurgence of primal instincts. It is natural for the youth of God to want to invest rather than waste. You will no longer be as inclined to pursue items that previously provided emotional comfort. Additionally, this is how God is changing your perspective on errors. Historically, the cost of making mistakes was viewed as high because time was perceived to be running out. I now believe that mistakes can be beneficial. When you learn, adapt, and grow, you don't spiral. This resilience is critical for long-term outcomes. Individuals who construct objects eventually fail. They simply rise from their failures and refuse to give up. Archangel Michael urges you to remember that leaving a legacy is not about outperforming others. Looking sideways causes a loss of focus. God desires that you approach the future with both humility and assurance. There is enough space for your comments. You are not too late to join the story. You arrived at the right time and had the necessary knowledge to complete the task. It is probable that there will be times when the burden of responsibility becomes excessive. It is not because of your vulnerability, but because of the value of the items you own. Next, return to the rhythm that God gave you. Take a break. Inhale deeply. You are no longer responsible for transporting it independently. Heaven is concerned about the thoughts that pass through you. Additionally, God is preparing you to be a positive role model rather than a negative one. Because of your journey, people will realize that healing is possible. Not because you are perfect, but because you are genuine. Honesty about the process, the required speed, and the level of grace. When people are genuine, they can recover without having to put on a front. You will also notice that your prayers undergo another transformation. Their primary goal is to build rapport rather than to inquire. They also prioritize collaboration over savings. This brings joy to God. Partnership necessitates trust, which reflects maturity and youth in collaboration. Archangel Michael ensures that pride does not spread as power grows. You will no longer need to coerce yourself into humility because you are aware of your origins. Expressing gratitude acts as an anchor. People who are grounded grow deep roots. The presence of deep roots allows fruit to be preserved for an extended period of time. Furthermore, this applies to God's actions throughout the generations. Your family quietly passed down certain elements that are now helping you recover. Burying one's emotions, working too hard, and failing to take care of oneself. Making an alternative decision disrupts those patterns. That rupture is extremely robust. It alters futures that are difficult to comprehend. Furthermore, this message is about to move to its final destination. Remain in the present moment. The following is not the conclusion. This is a seal. God is on the verge of completing this journey of youth, healing, and purpose. Before we sign this agreement, I need one final statement from you. Write these words with sincerity in the comments section. I'm now walking in a state of protected peace and renewed youth. This is not just a comment. Your testimony is being prepared in real time. This indicates that you agree with every aspect. Heaven has communicated with you throughout the course of this message. Make it distinct. Ensure that your writing is precise. Let it be the final agreement that guarantees the permanence of all blessings bestowed today. Everything will be connected, and a blessing will be sent out at the very last minute, confirming the start of what heaven has already begun. Continue to persevere. You are standing on the verge of a sacred site. My beloved child, this is not the end. This works as an adhesive. God's words to you throughout this journey are now ingrained in your spirit. Restoration progressed from a pledge to a procedure, and it has progressed from a process to a permanent entity. He asserts, I will maintain what I have rejuvenated. You will not return to your previous state of affairs. You are developing as a person who has been transformed by grace, wisdom, and newfound courage. This final moment is sacred because God is doing more than just renewing you. He is instilling confidence in you, and you will enjoy walking with Him once more. You used to have a lot of doubts about yourself. You questioned your own judgment. You are uncertain about your actions. You were concerned about making a mistake. However, God is currently working to quiet the internal din. Your comprehension of my words goes beyond your expectations. He says, not only in God, but also in the aspect of yourself that waits, listens, and obeys the command. Before we wrap up, I'd like to speak with the people who contributed. Currently, certain people in your life are too exhausted to pursue optimism. They are too tired to try to find a word. Someone needs to deliver it to them. You are that person. When you share this message, it is more than just a hyperlink. You bring the anointing of healing into their living room, bedroom, car, or any other location where they are in despair. Sharing the blessings that God has bestowed upon you demonstrates that you are not selfish. This begins the prophetic breakthrough in your personal life. It ensures that blessings can flow. It allows heaven to observe your situation. Before you proceed, please click the share button. Please forward this to a single person. Distribute it to 5 people. Kindly forward it to your story. Be open to the anointing that flows through your hands. Watch as God grants you breakthrough after breakthrough. Tihol, distribute it promptly. Be the container. Discontinue the breakthrough. Archangel Michael is currently observing the ceiling. He has protected you during times of fatigue, confusion, delay, and rebirth. He now stands without a sword, raised in readiness for battle, but with the ability to defend others. What was previously permissible to enter at your leisure will no longer be allowed. Burnout cycles have been discontinued. Self-doubt cycles no longer exist. You are not returning to your former self. You are developing into the person you were always meant to be. God also improves your perception of yourself in the mirror of time. You do not evaluate your life based on your regrets or the actions of others. It is evaluated using 3 criteria: obedience, peace, and alignment. This change has made your walking style more respectful. You're no longer in a hurry to demonstrate anything. You are no longer ashamed of the fact that you need to rest. You do not exist solely to endure. You exist to attain completeness. There will be days that test you, but they will not define your life. You will experience moments of uncertainty, but they will not derail you because you have developed the ability to regain your bearings. You understand the art of pausing. You are a good listener. That information is extremely valuable. That information is novel. It is not always so consistent. God says, "I am delighted that you have permitted me to assist you in your recovery." You have not become more resilient. You maintained your resolve. Despite the pain, you didn't withdraw. Your honesty allowed your heart to stay soft. Hearts that are tender remain young. Teaching soft hearts is still possible. Keep your tender hearts in close proximity to God. According to Archangel Michael, the next stage of your life will be more enjoyable. It does not mean that you will be relieved of any responsibilities. However, you will not be required to transport an item that is not your own. Walking will be easy for you. You can relax without experiencing any negative emotions. There is no reason for concern. This is the end result of the restoration. Pay close attention at this time. It is critical to remember the tremendous impact that consistency can have. Continue to prioritize peace. Maintain your prioritization of relaxation. Continue to listen to your own thoughts. To feel rejuvenated, no major changes are required. You need rhythms that are consistent. God does not desire for us to be perfect. His desire is that you be present. Immediately after completing this seal, say your consent aloud. If you fully understand this term, type "I walk in renewal" in the comments section. The blessing code 2049 has been released. Sealing your life with unbreakable strength, secure peace, and renewed youth. To convey this message to you, someone chose to collaborate with heaven. I hear the Lord say, "Those who carry the fire must also protect the flame." This channel was created to give hope to the tired, remind the forgotten, and revitalize areas where time seemed to have passed. Please keep in mind that each seed you plant in this quest will grow into a torch that shines light into another's darkness. Heaven progresses through the words of those who are willing, but it grows through the goodness of their souls. I'm currently addressing you in this method. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. The verse, "Give, and it will be given to you," does not only apply to Jesus. It is an ongoing commitment that affects your future. I'd like to extend an invitation to you at this time through a simple act of trust. Approach this situation with a feeling of purpose, honesty, and hope. The amount you contribute today is not a donation. Your heavens are opened via the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and witness what rewards God delivers into your life. When you subscribe, you will not be limited to viewing future videos. It refers to heaven's recognition of you as someone who consistently communicates with the prophetic message of the current era. When you subscribe, you activate a spiritual GPS that keeps you in harmony with the divine. I am not interested in drifting, you tell the Lord. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts. I would prefer to remain in my current location under the open window of your blessing. Your life is about to end as a result of this message. To subscribe immediately, simply click the button. Make sure it's the final agreement you make. Allow this to serve as proof that you will carry out all of the instructions God has given you today. I bless everyone who donates. May God now increase your obedience, replenish what you have lost, and speed up the process of reaching peace. Please do not delay. Follow the instructions provided. Plant your seed now, and it will communicate for years to come. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this deep reality. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high-vibrational, protected community where divine abundance is more than a hope, but a promise. This spiritual idea is quite simple. Nonetheless, it has the capacity to transform your entire life. You will not just gain blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your existence. Accepting this invitation grants you immediate early access to potent content and heavenly insights that are now unavailable to the broader public. You now have the opportunity to enter a sacred area where you will receive unshakable support, spiritual guidance, and speedy progress towards your destiny. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your triumph is near. However, your vigor, presence, and attentiveness are already extremely valued. Action is required. Your abundance is ready. I am on my way to your home, my dear child. I have words specifically for you. Therefore, I encourage you to approach. The goal of my visit is to personally, intentionally, and purposefully cross the threshold of your home in order to unleash a force that will change everything. I have heard every prayer you have said in your mind. I have treasured each and every word you have spoken from the heart. I have decided to take your position rather than that of a neutral observer, casual visitor, or someone who simply sympathizes with them from a distance. I am personally, intentionally, and purposefully approaching your home with the intent of unleashing a force that will transform everything that has been damaged, destroyed, or injured by enemy attacks. You addressed me in prayer, showing kindness and faith. It is possible that you did not feel compelled to speak clearly during your prayers. It is possible that you made an error during your speech. It is possible that you were overcome with emotion and were unable to express your thoughts. It's possible that your faith has made you feel inadequate, insufficient, or insignificant. Nonetheless, What you saw as a weak prayer was interpreted in heaven as the genuine cry of a child pleading for their father. That type of prayer moves my heart in ways that well-crafted religious speeches cannot. I do not expect you to improve your language. I don't need your theology to be precise. You do not have to recite lengthy and impressive prayers for me. I require your candor. I want your sobs to be genuine. I need confirmation that your requirements are being met. When you prayed, you attracted all of the right men. With an open heart and no possessions, you approached me. It was clear that your fortitude had been exceeded. You understood that individuals would be unable to resolve the situation on their own. You are perfectly positioned to receive the miraculous intervention I seek if you act with the utmost honesty, humility, and desperation. I've personally arrived to assist you. Refraining from sending an angel, transferring the position to another person, or bestowing a distant blessing from heaven. I'm making the next move in your place. I'm eager to exercise my authority. Miracles are contingent on your faith. However, I feel affection for you. I will always be available to you no matter what the circumstances. I am aware of your thoughts, so it is critical that you understand this. I am aware of the lies you've been telling yourself. Before approaching me, you had convinced yourself that you needed to improve. It's possible that you'll be worthy of my attention once you've resolved your issues, cleaned up your life, and cleared up your mess. It has been communicated to you that you must show your commitment and credibility. Prior to receiving assistance, you must demonstrate your sincerity. However, this is not completely accurate. The narrative is full of enemy deceptions designed to keep you from receiving the items I want to give you. Even if you are uncomfortable, you are welcome to consult with me. You seek my help to relieve your distress. You do not need to have physical strength to receive my assistance. You acknowledge your vulnerability in order to capitalize on my abilities. You don't have to be perfect to approach my throne. When you arrive, you are disorganized, broken, and confused. I will see you at that location. You are not beloved because you are perfect. I love you because you're mine. I will not accept you because you deserve it. I accept, select, and call you because I created you. Furthermore, my assessment of you is based on my character rather than your performance. You do not have to wait until you feel deserving. Do not wait until you feel you are deserving of it. Avoid delaying your contact with me until you have established your credibility. Please proceed. Please arrive unaltered. Bring along all of your shame, fear, failure, and brokenness. Acquire dirt. Join the ranks of the wounded. Please be prepared to arrive exhausted. Please demonstrate urgency. Come as you are, and allow me to perform my most well-known duties. I'd like you to express a sentiment that the heavenly realm can hear right now. In this sacred moment of giving up control, your permission to arrive in your natural state without having to wait or strive for perfection before approaching me. Type a powerful Amen in the comments section below. Let the sound of chains breaking serve as your Amen. Pretending to be someone else. Of a heart that has finally agreed to be loved, despite the circumstances. As you write this, you will feel relieved. You no longer have to work for what has always been yours. Please keep this message until the end, because the subsequent release will definitively establish your spiritual liberation. I am obligated to assist you because of your distress. You require my affection, which will offer you protection and healing without passing judgment on you. My affectionate presence is essential for you. which will allow you to remain silent without repercussions. You need a sympathetic ear that will listen to you without interrupting. That's the reality. Please inform me of your desire for me. You have reached the peak of your own strength. Men, the time has come to acknowledge your requirements. I see that you and your family are enduring a harsh desert. Isolation destroys hope. Your soul longs for love as a result of the abundance of contempt it has encountered. When you step on the hot stones, you will cry out in pain. I sympathize with your feelings. Despite your pain, it is difficult to persevere and trust that my hand is there to support you. Every step has been excruciating. Every day has been a struggle to stay alive. Each morning you wake up wondering how you will get through another 24 hours of this agony. You are indeed traveling through a desert. Your suffering is not being alleviated. Please do not believe that I am unaware of your distress. I'm not telling you to become more resilient or that the situation was solely psychological. The wounds are genuine. There is a real rejection. Loneliness is real. There's genuine disappointment. I am acutely aware of their anguish. A betrayal was undoubtedly committed. A genuine loss has occurred. Real fear exists. Real anxiety exists. There's a genuine depression. It is completely accurate. I place great value on everything. Gentlemen, I've been by your side through it all. I have been by your side through the most difficult times. Despite the fact that you failed to recognize my assistance, I have been whispering with your spirit and offering affirmations. Despite the fact that you thought you were walking alone, I have been fighting on your behalf in realms beyond your perception, even when my voice was drowned out by the chaos of your situation. Stopping attacks that would have killed you if they had hit you, as well as defeating enemies you are unaware of. However, I have arrived to protect you from those who would assault and harm you. The current process you are going through is simply a purification. You will radiate and be cleansed of any harmful elements that remain within you. In the same way that gold only becomes illuminated after being exposed to fire, because of my own cruelty, I do not condone this suffering, because I wasn't concerned. I will not allow this suffering to occur. I am not simply observing your anguish because I am indifferent. It is permissible for me to allow it to happen because I know it will benefit you. I can see the development of strength. I can recognize the character that is being developed. I can see how much depth is being achieved. I can see the development of compassion. I can see that faith is becoming more robust. As time passes, I can see the person you are becoming. And that person is excellent. That person wields significant authority. I have anointed him or her with the destiny I have chosen for them. That person is prepared. I wouldn't trade that person for anyone else. However, it is necessary that you have some knowledge. The fire is not permanent. Desert is not always the case. There is a limit to the severity of that suffering. And the limit is approaching quickly. Your breakthrough is much closer than you may realize. The day of deliverance is approaching quickly. You are about to go through a transformation so profound, comprehensive, and overwhelming that you will look back on this difficult time and recognize it for what it was. No, this is not unnecessary suffering. Pain that isn't random, not a divine abandonment. However, it was a strategic approach to a higher level of blessing that required a stronger foundation than you had previously had. The foundation must be fortified. The greater the blessing. Promotions require a more profound foundation. The planning must become more effective as the number of opportunities in the future grows. In addition, I've been preparing you for an extraordinary event. This concludes my remarks. I will not elevate you in order to make you humble, my brother. However, this is to ensure that you know how to help someone who has been knocked down. I am about to take action in your life for more than just your benefit. I'm not only planning this blessing for your benefit. I am currently developing the breakthrough for reasons other than your convenience. Yes, you will be blessed. You will receive a salary increase. I guarantee you will prosper. Yes, you will improve. You will be revived. However, the ultimate goal is for you to spread my love and power to others who are in the same situation as you. After I recover, you will be able to heal others. Once I liberate you, you will be able to help others achieve freedom. When I prosper you, you will have the ability to bless others. When I restore you, you will be able to give hope to the broken. This is why the actions you took were so important. This is why your anguish was not in vain. This is why the difficult experiences you've had are significant. You will be able to address someone who is in a similar situation as you and express hope. A pathway exists. God is dependable. Deliverance is genuine. There is also a possibility of authority. You will not be discussing theories. You will refrain from repeating religious platitudes. The information you provide will not be second-hand. You will only share information you have personally experienced. You will be able to see what actions I took on your behalf. With your own life, you will demonstrate that I am who I claim to be and that I keep my promises. I want you to overcome your doubts, anger, vanity, fear, and lack of faith. The joy you will feel today is unlike anything you've ever experienced before. So there's no need to look back. These items are like chains that bind you to an outdated version of yourself that is harmful to my well-being. Anger is similar to poison. It kills you on the inside but does not harm the person who harmed you. You are unable to maintain your tranquility. This way of looking at things changes your perspective. It has a negative impact on your relationship. Your joy has been stolen. It robs you of the present moment by entangling you in past transgressions. Instead of reenacting their actions, consider what response you would have given. Every moment you spend engaged in this activity takes away from the life you could be living. I do not want you to present yourself as if you have not been injured. I don't mean to imply that the events that happened to you were acceptable. The harm caused is not being minimized. However, I beg you to put your anger aside and trust me to manage the justice system. I am entitled to seek retribution. I am obligated to uphold the law. To move forward into the future I have planned for you, you must forgive, release, and let go. You are accountable for this situation. Vanity is a deception that compels you to build your identity around the approval of others. Instead of relying on my unwavering affection, it compels you to assess your worth in relation to external standards that are constantly changing and unattainable. You are constantly striving to satisfy people who will never be satisfied by performing, demonstrating, and attempting to be adequate. This results in a life of perpetual uncertainty. It's deteriorating. It isn't completely full. It never ends. I wish to free you from it. Your worth was determined prior to your birth. Your worth was determined when I created you in my own image. Your importance was established when I addressed you by name. The statements I have made about you are final, regardless of the opinions, thoughts, or statements of others. I am extremely pleased with you because you are my beloved child. That is where you find your identity. That is the value you have. That's valuable. Furthermore, there is no uncertainty in this matter. It does not depend on the opinions of others. It is not contingent on performance. It has been corrected. Everything is in order. It is permanent in nature. If you believe that truth, you will experience freedom in ways that most people cannot. Fear lies and makes catastrophic predictions. Furthermore, the worst-case scenarios are extremely rare. It paralyzes you, leaving only the possibilities of your imagination. It deprives you of the present by instilling fear about the future. It deprives you of your peace by convincing you that a disaster is imminent. Nonetheless, this is correct. The majority of the events you're concerned about will never happen. I will give you the strength you need to overcome the obstacles you must face, men. Not in advance or beforehand, but exactly when needed. Grace will be present. There will be fortitude. That's where the wisdom will be. It will be accommodated. Please refrain from deferring problems until tomorrow. Avoid imagining scenarios that might never happen. Avoid living in fear of future events. This is a highly unlikely scenario. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but rather of power, love, and a sound mind. Faith should answer the door when fear knocks. When anxiety tries to take control, replace it with trust. My assurances should keep the worst-case scenarios from entering your mind. I agree with you. I won't abandon you. I will not abandon you. I will provide it to you. I will ensure your safety. I will serve as your guide. I will persevere in my endeavors. I assure you that I will meet that obligation. That is the assurance I make to you, gentlemen. That's my assurance. Doubt slows your progress. A thief who steals your peace. This makes you question the clarity of my statements. My assurances to you are now being called into question. The ongoing uncertainty it generates prevents you from acting in faith. And a lack of faith is akin to a blindfold that prevents you from recognizing the truth about my power and promises. It restricts your beliefs, which limits the information you can receive. I am requesting that you make a conscious decision to give up these items. They should not be avoided or treated as if they do not exist. Alternatively, you can deliver them to me and allow me to relocate them from your location. When you're angry, let it out and then direct it at me. Identify vanity when it leads you to evaluate your worth using external criteria and then transfer it to me. Please notify me when fear takes control of your emotions and transfer them to me. Allow yourself to experience uncertainty as it arises, and then communicate it to me. The truths that will bring me life will replace the destructive patterns. Instead of being angry, I will find peace and forgiveness. I'll move from vanity to a secure identity. I will replace my fear with the courage that comes from my being here. I will feel trust and confidence rather than uncertainty. I will replace my lack of faith with confidence in my own goodness. Determine what aspects of your life you are grateful for, both significant and insignificant. Maintain a clear mind and a heart full of my virtues as you walk. Gratitude is a powerful force in the spiritual realm. Even in the face of adversity, choosing to express gratitude changes things. Changes in perspective. You're now filled with optimism. You begin to regain your joy and become in tune with the flow of my blessings. An ungrateful heart is a closed heart, as it cannot receive what I want to give. A grateful heart, on the other hand, is open to receiving and observing the goodness that I am constantly sending your way. Make a list of the things you're grateful for right now. Don't wait until all conditions are ideal. Don't wait until you've resolved all of your issues. Regardless of the current situation, find reasons to be grateful. I am grateful for the breath of your lungs. Express gratitude to God for the people who love you. I am grateful for the lessons you have learned through adversity. I appreciate the influence I've had on your character. We greatly appreciate your continued presence, perseverance, and conviction. As you cultivate this habit of gratitude, you will notice that your capacity for joy and resilience to adversity both grow. You're more valuable. Your family and you are more important. Your future is more important than money, a car, a home, a job, fame, or popularity among men. Avoid weeping over lost possessions or feeling anxious about their potential loss. Implement the most valuable actions first. Love and pursue me with all of your might. This may be one of the most difficult lessons to learn for those who live in a materialistic society. Your value is determined by your possessions, accomplishments, lifestyle, and clothing brand. You have received instruction in this area since you were a child. The economy as a whole convinces you that you need better, newer, and more plentiful items to achieve happiness and success. However, I want to inform you of a different reality. You are valued because you are mine. Your worth was determined prior to your birth. I created you in the womb and addressed you by name, so there is no question about your worth. It is impossible to increase one's worth by acquiring more possessions. Although I enjoy giving material gifts to my children, they are never the source of your identity or security. Even if you are terminated from your position, your worth remains intact. I will always be devoted to you, even if you are forced to relocate. Even though your bank account is depleted, you are still greatly appreciated. When you fully understand this truth, you will experience a sense of liberation that most people never have. Your motivation will no longer be the urgent desire to accumulate and impress. You will be able to accept material blessings with open hands, savoring them when you want and relying on me when you don't. You will be able to give generously without fear because you understand that your security is rooted in who you are, not what you own. You will be able to live a simple life without being unhappy because you understand that your abundance is determined by the depth of your relationship with me, not the size of your bank account. I am your provider, and I will now provide you with the required items. My genuine blessing will bring you joy. I will provide you with numerous opportunities and open many doors for you. You will receive an abundance of blessings. Right now, I'd like you to take an action that will start the flow of my favor. I'd like to provide a more detailed explanation of the outcome of our visit to your home. I am certain that I am eager to demonstrate the upcoming changes. Initially, your home will serve as a safe haven, a place to escape the physical dangers, spiritual assaults, and internal conflicts that you face. Peace will reign, joy will flow, faith will flourish, rest will be found, renewal and restoration will occur in your home. Upon entering your home, you will feel a tangible presence of my spirit. You will feel the intensity of my affection. You will be unable to deny the existence of my protection. Your home will be blessed. Your home is being made sacred. I am reserving your residence for my needs. Furthermore, any assignments from demons that are intended to harm your family are being canceled. The curses pronounced on your family are being lifted. Every generational pattern of dysfunction includes discontinuities. The cycle of loss has ended. Your home is transforming into a kingdom outpost, a setting where I am free to pursue my desires. This is where my glory resides, a place where miraculous events occur, a location where people who are lost can be found. A location where injured people can recover. A location where those who have lost hope can find it. A place where tired people can rest. Second, your relationships are about to transform. The long-standing tension is about to be replaced by peace. The gap that has grown with proximity is on the verge of being closed. The existing walls are scheduled to be demolished in the near future. The misunderstanding that caused the disagreement is about to be resolved. The painful wounds are nearly healed. Men are on the verge of forgiving the wrongs that have caused them to harbor resentment. Because I am present, there will be peace. I am reestablishing the connection. I am resuming our conversation. I'm once again establishing trust. I will move quickly to re-establish what the enemy has been attempting to destroy for years. I will fix the problem that has been failing for a long time, despite your belief that it will never be repaired again. It will be more durable than it was before being destroyed. Relationships that used to make you unhappy will now make you happy. Individuals in the family who were previously geographically separated will form stronger bonds. Broken relationships will be repaired and new ones formed. Relationships that are healthy, life-giving, God-ordained, and supportive of your purpose. Relationships that will strengthen your faith. Relationships that will celebrate your accomplishments. Relationships that will support you when things get tough. And relationships that will propel you toward your destiny. Third, your financial situation is about to change significantly. You will soon no longer feel deficient. It will soon become easier to maintain financial stability. Eventually, there will be a sense of calm about provision, as opposed to the constant anxiety associated with money. I am providing opportunities to enter through closed doors. I'm creating revenue streams that were previously non-existent. People are doing favors for you that will result in financial benefits. A few resources have been delayed, but I am now releasing them. I'm currently nurturing a seed that you planted. Your investments through me have yielded a return. I am ensuring that I am in the right place at the right time to capitalize on opportunities that will improve your financial situation. In addition to the money, I am providing you with the knowledge you need to manage it effectively. In an effort to manage it, I am imposing discipline on you. I am demonstrating kindness to you in order to let it go. To prevent you from receiving a one-time blessing and then returning to your previous position, I am teaching you kingdom financial principles. However, you will experience abundance, an overflowing pattern, and a reality of more than enough. Your needs, wants, and desires are met, and you have enough to bless others. Fourth, your health is about to improve. Your illness is nearing the end of its course. The long-standing agony is about to end. Fortunately, the long-standing issue is about to be resolved. Currently, I am in contact with your body. I'm releasing healing energy into every cell, organ, and system. I am capable of curing conditions that physicians have previously declared incurable. I am resolving issues that medicine failed to address. I'm making progress in areas where surgery failed. I am the Lord who restores your health. Doctor, I'm the greatest. I'm capable of recovering from any illness. I'm capable of treating any illness. I am capable of reversing any condition, no matter how severe. Experience your healing right away, rather than waiting for it to happen later or someday. Accept it now, based on faith. Consider how healing energy is being absorbed by your body as you read these words. Allow yourself to feel it, acknowledge it, and then act as if you are in a better state. Begin moving in a way that is consistent with the functionality of your body. Begin by speaking in a manner that matches your overall personality. Begin to behave in a way that reflects someone who has been affected by God's power. Fifth, you are about to become activated in your purpose. The previously dormant gifts are about to awaken. It's time to put those skills to work. The unclear calling will be revealed soon. The assignment that was hidden is about to be revealed. Because of me, your true purpose is becoming more clear. This is what your calling represents to me. You're headed in the right direction because of me. You're about to learn why you were born. You're about to discover what you were designed to do. You're about to discover how everything in your life fits together. You were actually preparing for what you did by going through seemingly random tasks. The seemingly unrelated skills are actually tools. You made connections that appeared to be by chance, but they were actually divine appointments. Everything has been preparing you for this moment, getting you ready for this task, and providing you with the tools you need to complete it. It's now time. Currently, it is the season. It's time for you to embrace your calling, live your purpose, and fulfill your destiny, man. I will provide you with everything you need to complete the task successfully. It makes sense to know what to do. The courage to carry out necessary actions. Strength to persevere even when things get tough. Grace to get through the difficulties. Please open the doors. Resources needed to complete the assignment. Helpful relationships, and my presence to guide you through every step of the process. Sixth, you are about to gain more authority. In terms of spiritual authority, you are about to make the next step. Authority over evil spirits. Authority over bad luck. Authority over illness. Authority trumps lack. Authority over prayer. Authority over the declaration. And authority over intercession. Because you didn't understand your authority, the enemy was able to bother you. You did not exercise your authority, so he was able to oppress you. You failed to enforce your authority, allowing him to get in the way. However, this will soon change. In me, you are about to discover who you are. What was given to you is about to become clear to you. The authority you wield is about to be recognized. Everything changes once you do that. When you begin to act with authority, the person who has been attacking you will flee. Things that were working against you will begin to change. The sickness you've been experiencing will go away. You will no longer be constrained by a scarcity of something. Because you will act from a position of authority in Christ. You will ensure that what was established by the cross is carried out. You'll say what's already decided in heaven. Hell will have to surrender. Demons will need to follow the rules. Things will have to be perfectly aligned. Illness must go. Because you are acting under the authority that the King granted you as a child, you will have to leave. The seventh is about to bring you joy. The burden you've been carrying is about to be lifted. The sadness that has been with you all along is about to depart. You are about to overcome the depression that has been holding you back. You are about to receive encouragement rather than the defeat that has been wearing you down. I am releasing the oil of joy to those who are sad. I'm giving you the garment of praise to help with your heavy spirit. I am restoring the joy of your salvation. You'll laugh again soon. Laugh aloud. A deep, genuine laugh that comes from a free and full heart. You are about to smile again. Not the false smile you put on for others. But the true smile comes from inner contentment in men. You are going to sing again. You do it not because you should, but because you are unable to resist. because joy comes from within and must be shared. Life is about to become enjoyable once more. You're about to wake up excited for the day. You are going to bed grateful for all the blessings in your life. Because joy has been restored, you will begin humming for no apparent reason. Dancing in the kitchen, skipping down the hall. There is now greater hope. Peace has been established. Everything is fine now. That is, it is better than it has ever been. Because this joy is unaffected by external circumstances. This joy stems from having me present. Having a relationship with me brings me great joy. Nothing can deprive you of it. It cannot be stolen. It comes from a source that is eternal, unchanging, and always accessible. So nothing can destroy it. Get all of this now. It is neither a hope for the future nor a possible blessing. It is the present. This is exactly what is going on with the men in your life now. As you read these words, this is what I am releasing onto you. This is what is happening in your home as you read this message. Act. Your house is being looked at. It is about to change your destiny. Your life is about to change. Things will never be the same again. I've already said this. I have made my case. And my word does not come back empty. My word accomplishes what I set out to do in the end. My intended message has been conveyed. That concludes the matter. Work has been completed. Proof has been established. It was set in stone in heaven and is now manifesting on earth. Before I end this word, I'd like to provide you with clear instructions on how to walk in what I just released. Because walking in the word differs from receiving it. To keep the promise, you must first believe it and then follow through. Now do what I tell you. First, I want you to do something different to start the day. You should spend time with me first thing in the morning. Before you check your phone, before you watch TV, or before you do anything else. Pray to me, thank me, read my word, and talk to me. Make my presence the first thing you see every day. Make my voice the first one you hear. Take on my perspective first. Starting your day in a certain way sets the tone for the whole day. You will walk with me if you start with me. You will follow my word if you start with it. As long as you start with praise, you will win. Make time for me first. Ensure that it is unalterable. Keep a close eye on it because everything else will try to push it aside. Needs will arise, emergencies will happen, and there will be more and more distractions. You need to be careful with your time with me, though, because it is there that you receive your day's strength. The wisdom for decision-making comes from there. That's where you can find peace when things get tough. You can get to the power for breakthroughs there. So start every day with me. There are no breaks or excuses. Make it happen. Second, please watch what you say. Make your words intentional. Be deliberate in your speech. Pay attention to the words you say. Stop agreeing with bad news. Don't talk about failure. Do not claim that something is impossible. Stop speaking from fear. Stop expressing doubt. Stick to my words instead of your own. When you're going through a difficult time, tell yourself my promises. Declare my faithfulness when you face challenges. If you experience setbacks, acknowledge my power. Tell them about my strength when you are feeling weak. Be afraid. Remember, however, that I am present. Put my truth in your words rather than your emotions. Instead of worrying about what is going on in your life, let what you say match my words. This does not deny the truth. It refers to a higher reality. It's not like problems don't exist. From my perspective, I am writing to them. It is unnecessary to maintain the appearance of tranquility. The following is a direct quotation from my statement. Changes will occur as you continue to speak my word, keep my promises, and align your mouth with my truth, regardless of the circumstances. Things are about to undergo a transformation. Things will start to improve. Things will start to improve. You say things that evoke faith not because they are magical, but because they create an environment in which my power can function. Your acceptance of my word enables me to carry out my obligations. My blessings flow through a channel established by declarations that are consistent with my truth. The third item on my wish list is something you can donate. Money is undoubtedly a factor, but it is not the only determinant. It is critical to make consistent donations. Please wait. Please be cautious. It is essential that men have courage. I'd appreciate your help. Practice benevolence. Show empathy. Beg your pardon. Show each other love. Seek opportunities to bless others. Always look for ways to help others. The key to receiving is giving, so men should look for ways to make a difference in someone's life. To harvest, one must first be able to sow. Multiplication is accomplished by releasing. When you donate, the law of reciprocity is activated. When you sow, you are initiating my growth principle. By blessing others, you prepare yourself to receive blessings. This is not mind reading. It is not trying to extract anything from me. This is how you understand the operation of my kingdom. The welfare of my kingdom is dependent on the kindness of others. Charitable contributions help to sustain my economy. My system works on the basis of sowing and reaping. Donate from a generous heart. Distribute generously and abundantly. May you be blessed abundantly. You've already received it from me, so there's no need to get it. I wish for you to walk in forgiveness. I wish for you to walk in forgiveness. Forgiving someone only once is insufficient. You must make forgiveness a guiding principle in your life. Forgive those who have harmed you. Release those who have not met your expectations. Give it up when someone harms you. Avoid harboring resentment. Men, avoid harboring resentments. Avoid continuing to be enraged. Unforgiveness is a poison that should not be nourished. The person who caused you harm suffers far less than you do. This connects you to the past. It prevents you from moving into the future. It disrupts the flow of my blessings. It makes it difficult for me to keep my commitments. I beg your pardon. It is not because they earned it, deserved it, or asked for it. Rather, it is because you forgave them. I let you go because I relinquished you. Because I liberated you, you should forgive others. Individuals who have experienced liberation inspire others to do the same. People who are cherished develop feelings for others. It is critical to extend forgiveness quickly. Release is effortless. Observe how it frees you as you fully surrender. Observe the sense of liberation it produces. Investigate how it unlocks previously closed doors. Observe how it unlocks blocked blessings. Observe how it unleashes previously denied breakthrough opportunities. Fifth, I would like you to continue communicating with my colleagues. Avoid isolating yourself. Avoid retreating. Please do not attempt to complete this on your own. You need a group. It is essential that you have friends. You must make a connection. You need relationships with other Christians who can encourage you, pray for you, stand by you, speak truth to you, and walk with you. As a believer, you are vulnerable. Therefore, it is the enemy's intention to isolate you. Individuals who fail to connect with others are referred to as weak Christians. It is simple to capture lone wolves. When you join a local church, body of believers, or community of faith, you gain access to resources, wisdom, strength, accountability, encouragement, protection, and prayer. Finding a church allows you to join, connect, build relationships, serve, give, participate, and become involved. Participate in the event rather than passively observing it. Don't simply leave. Belong. Show up, but do more. You will receive more than you invested. You will be rewarded in excess of your contributions. The more you connect, the stronger you'll become. I wish you a life filled with hope. Every morning, wake up with the expectation that something positive will happen. Look for my blessings throughout your day. Keep an eye out for my hand as you navigate through life. Exist in the present moment. As you move forward, anticipate certain events. Have faith-based expectations that are founded on my character and the commitments I have made. Then, avoid acting with unrealistic optimism, wishful thinking, or naive optimism. Instead, proceed with optimism. You can anticipate my presence. You can anticipate my presence. You can expect that I will provide. I will improve. I will meet your expectations. I will provide you with access. I am committed to creating opportunities for you. I'm committed to finding a solution. I will see that the situation is resolved. Anticipating something increases the likelihood that you will receive it. Hope prepares you for a breakthrough. The act of anticipating instills faith. Faith is the driving force behind my decisions. Through faith, I release my power. My commitments are fulfilled through faith. As a result, refrain from simply hoping that things will improve in the future. Please verify that I am currently working. That breakthrough is approaching. That blessing is already on the way. That redemption is approaching. Healing is currently underway. That provision is about to come into effect. The restoration is currently underway. Furthermore, the transformation is currently underway. As a result of my loyalty, I am being completely honest. I stick to my commitments. I keep the commitments I make. I completed what I began. Things that I have already informed you about will happen. 7th, I desire that you worship regardless of the circumstances. Worship is expressed in all areas of life, not just during times of prosperity, at your discretion, or when the conditions are favorable and feasible. Revere in the valley. While you wait, participate in worship. Worship during the exam. Providing praise during the examination. Worship occurs during the conflict. Prayer during a storm. Worship has an impact on one's disposition. Worship alters the weather. Worship causes transformations. Prayer can break chains. Praying opens doors. Worship eliminates enemies. Angels are summoned during the worship ritual. Prayer releases power. Worship is the source of breakthroughs. When you worship me during difficult times, you are communicating to me that I am greater than your problem. when you compliment me during difficult times. You're telling me that I'm more resilient than your problem. When you express gratitude to me in difficult circumstances, you're telling me that I'm steadfast regardless of the circumstances. That form of worship deeply moves me. That kind of praise releases my power. That type of thanksgiving tends to elicit a reaction from me. As a result, it is critical that you consistently engage in worship, regardless of the circumstances, without justification. Because I am powerful, loving, loyal, good, and deserving. I am sufficient because I am here, working, moving, and blessing others. That is irreversible. It cannot be altered by any means. It is impossible to reduce any issue. It cannot be reduced. That is a fact about myself that will remain unchanged. My worship should not be based on my actions, but on my true nature. Recognize my character, regardless of the situation. I am always deserving of appreciation for who I am, regardless of the circumstance. I am in consistently good health at all times. I am dependable. I am consistently present. I am consistently sufficient because I am employed full-time. Before I allow you to proceed with the information I've provided, I'd like to make one more point. I am happy for you, not entirely due to your actions. It's not just about what you've been through. Regarding your identification, not the distance you've traveled. Thanks for your affection. You have faith, your patience. You have confidence, your compliance, your reverence. Also, your heart. You're visible to me. All individuals. The components that you conceal and those that you reveal to others. What are your hidden strengths and weaknesses, your accomplishments and the challenges you face? I am proud of everything I have accomplished, because everything about you is unique. In addition, you are exactly the person I envisioned for you. Aesthetically fractured, wonderfully flawed, and gloriously human. However, my spirit endures, carrying my likeness, symbolizing my affections, manifesting my generosity. In addition, I demonstrate my strength. You're my masterpiece. The work I do, my poetry in motion, my artistic endeavors, my expression of affection, my testimony to grace. I also demonstrated redemption. In addition, I am extremely happy for you. As a result, receive that. Take it to the very core of your being. Take some time to let it sink in your deepest being. Allow it to establish itself. I am happy for you. I am satisfied with your performance. I am pleased with your performance. I have a great affection for you. I'm delighted to hear you're doing well. I am happy for you, not as a consequence of your actions. However, because of your identification, my cherished child, my most valuable asset. I hold this work in the highest regard, my deepest desire, and mine forever, whatever the circumstances. There are no prerequisites, conditions, or exceptions. Nothing will ever change the fact that you are mine. I am yours. We'll never be separated. Throughout all of time and space, I'll never lose my love. I make an unbreakable commitment to you, gentlemen. I am not experiencing any changes in my faith. I will never allow you to leave. Take this item with you when you close this message. Return to your existence. Do not forget that you were visited. You can be confident that your destiny is undergoing transformation. Have faith that a breakthrough is imminent. Someone paid you a visit today. This is now your fate. However, this is not the end. This marks the beginning of an excursion. I'd like to request that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Please activate the notifications. For what reason? I must provide you with additional information. There are additional words that contain your name. Additional prophetic releases are expected during your season. You are informing heaven that you will stay in your current location. You are still waiting. Subscribing also ensures that you do not miss out on any future content. I am currently employed by your organization. Therefore, keep that assurance. At all stages, I am present. Every single moment. Faced with each obstacle. And every victory. I am present. I am the present. I lead an active lifestyle. I'm obligated to work. I am leaving. I'm a blessing. That is my occupation. I'm ensuring your safety. I'm providing you with... My body is recuperating. I'm repairing the situation. I am currently resolving the situation. I'm experiencing it. I will continue until you receive all of the items I promised. I will be unable to provide you with the breakthrough I envision, or the victory I secured for you, until you begin to enjoy the abundance that I have prepared for you. I guarantee it, gentlemen. I can assure you that this is my commitment. I'm committed to you. I won't be dishonest. I've never been unsuccessful. I remain steadfast in my beliefs. The statements I've made will come true. The events I predicted will occur. I will complete all of my obligations. I have no further comments to make about my visit to your home. The power has been released. A blessing has been bestowed. The transformation marks the beginning of activism. Seeds have been sown. The following action has been taken. The evidence will now start to emerge. You will understand the changes. The transition will begin for you. Observe the manifestation as it begins. Every day, every single step, and in every moment. The world is undergoing transformation. I am substantiating all claims. Everything is going according to my expectations for you. As a result of my visit to your home, I have discussed your life. I have come to a conclusion about your future. Additionally, my words will not be broken. Your love is boundless, abundantly blessed, and destined for greatness beyond the scope of the imagination. Therefore, proceed with assurance. Exist in anticipation. Proceed with assurance. Display authority. May you be at peace. And to be full of optimism. I need you to capture this moment with an act of faith before you leave. Additionally, before returning to your regular routine, click the like icon in the video. I agree with the information you've received. Please accept this as your final prayer. Heaven regards each like as proof of the assurance I have just given about your life. Your consent ensures that my words will not be rendered meaningless. That is, it will carry out the action that I have instructed it to perform on you. As you press the button, you will feel my spirit seal, confirming that the information I have conveyed has become deeply ingrained in your spirit. Accept this tranquility, my beloved child, which gives you strength. Execute it immediately as a final act of faith. I'll always love you. Amen. If this message spoke to you, please consider sharing it with a friend or acquaintance who could benefit from hearing these words. To receive this blessing, please enter Amen in the comments section. To ensure that you never miss a message from God, follow this channel and respond to notifications. You arrived here because of your faith. Your obedience in spreading this message will be a blessing to those who are eagerly awaiting hope. Please keep in mind that you are deeply cherished, divinely guided and completely protected by the power of love. Proceed with assurance, recognizing that the God who spoke these words to you is capable of keeping every promise he has made. May you be at peace. Assume authority. Proceed with complete confidence that your breakthrough has already occurred and is not just on the horizon. There are people in your life who require the item you recently acquired. They are having problems in the same areas that you are. They are involved in the same conflicts as you were. The tears in their eyes are identical to those you felt. The key to their release has been given to you. Please send this video to them immediately. Forward, post, or send it. Let it be the means by which they make a breakthrough in their circumstances. Furthermore, I assure you of this. Your own breakthrough will grow as you serve as a conduit for others' breakthroughs. The blessing you release will be returned to you squished, shaken, and full of blessings. Observe the actions I take as a result of your obedience and promptly share them. Before we wrap up this captivating story, I recommend that we take a moment to reflect on this deep reality. This message was not discovered coincidentally. This is not just a coincidence. This is Archangel Michael's direct message to you. He extends his hand and invites you to a high vibrational protected community where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise. This spiritual idea is quite simple. Nonetheless, it has the capacity to transform your entire life. You will not just gain blessings if you follow it. They will multiply and permeate all aspects of your existence. Accepting this invitation grants you immediate, early access to potent content and heavenly insights that are now unavailable to the broader public. You can now enter a sacred space and receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support, and rapid progress toward your destiny. Do not miss out on this historic opportunity. Your triumph is near. However, your energy, presence, and attention are already extremely valuable. Action is required. Your abundance is ready.